morning and welcome to Wake Up Call. It's Friday. It's not just Friday, it's Black Friday. More about that later. But yes, we've actually got lots of things lined up for you today. I'm just going to go through a quick review of what we're doing. I've got loads of demos lined up. We've got a craft along this afternoon, and yeah, we're even going to get somebody else crafting along as well, so I'll tell you about that in a second. But yeah, topping it off with Wake Up Call with me as your host this morning, and then we have got our craft along coming up at 3 o'clock this afternoon, which is 10 a.m. over in the East Coast, 7 a.m. in the West Coast, and then at 7 p.m. tonight, got to play with loads and loads of the inks tonight. Everything metallic tonight. 7 p.m. Colour Me Happy here at Crafters TV. So that's 2 p.m. over on the East Coast and 11 a.m. over on the West Coast. But I'm not here alone, and I did say that I was hoping somebody was going to be crafting along with me later on today. So yes, we've got our Joe Remblance in the building this morning. How are you, Joe?
I'm really good, thank you. Really glad to be back. We had a big cartload last night, myself and Leanne, but I'm feeling refreshed and revitalised. It is Friday. It's nearly the weekend, Jan, where the real me comes alive. We haven't worked together for ages,
It's been a week or so, I think, hasn't it? Yeah, I've been up and down, but it just depends on how the shifts land, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So yes, looking forward to it this afternoon. I'm looking forward to crafting along with you as well.
Yes, I am looking forward to rolling my festive sleeves up and getting involved with that craft along a little bit later. We do have, of course, as part of our Black Friday event, 70% off of a whole host of products over on our website. Next slide, please. But what we also have is a daily Black Friday deal, and this is today's. It's your amazing collection of classic markers. There are so many in there. Head over to the website to see all the collections that are coming your way. Not only do you get those, you also get all the storage in there as well, which is fantastic. £131 or $195. That is a saving of, hold on to your craft counter, Jan, £198 or $293. It's Black Friday. It's go big or go home on these deals this weekend, and that is an absolute corker. If you missed yesterday's Black Friday deal as well, which was our foil press, UK only, but with £130 worth of freebies, that is still available over on the website as well. So if you didn't join us yesterday, you can go over there and have a look at those as well. But I do believe Jan is going to tease us and take us through what is coming up on the shows today.
I am, yeah, got the goggles on again, ready. You know, it's made such a difference, It's been a revolution knowing what was on that screen. I've been looking at all those boxes all along. But hey, we're going to start off with the craft along deal for you today. So we're going to be using those beautiful slimline embossing folders. So cut and emboss folders as well, I must add. So we've got a deal with the 6 elements in today. We're going to be working with some of these. I've got a demo for you this morning to show you, and then the craft along involves a couple of these later on. So £47.97 platinum price there for all 6 folders, and $54.24 if you're buying into those in the US. So yeah, lots of different designs in there. I'll go through them in a little bit more detail for you when we get over to the other area and show you the designs themselves, but fantastic to work with. And then of course later we've got Colour Me Happy coming up, and we've got a great deal on the Spectrum Noir pens. So we've picked out some of our favourites for you, and I've actually got the flip markers, which are brand new. They were only launched at the beginning of this month, and I've also got the outline pens as well, which I've been having a play with, absolutely love. And then we've got a pack of our metallic pens in there as well. So I've got lots of techniques for you later at 7 o'clock. But again, if you're on platinum, we've got all those sets together for you at £38.85 and $51.70 if you're over in the US. So yeah, fantastic collection there going on. And then we've got some more of the Spectrum Noir pens as well, because we've also brought in the paint markers as well. So we've got 3 different colours in there. They are just here. That's it, look, they're there. We've got the silver, we've got gold, and then we've got that gorgeous molten copper in there. Again, we're going to show you how to use them. I'm going to give you some ideas of what we can do with them later on at 7 p.m. Got a little sneak peek of them in this show this morning if you're staying with us. But again, all 3 sets there, so 9 markers in total, different nib widths, which is why you have 3 of the same colour in each pack. All right, so again, platinum price there, £15.34 or $19.10 if you're over in the US. Yes, so yeah, lots to look forward to today. It's very much my kind of show today. They know that I love getting messy, so putting all the paint markers and all the flip markers on there, yeah, it's going to be a great show later if you can join us at 7 o'clock. So yeah, absolutely fantastic. Loved it, can't wait.
Loads coming up. We're in a bit of a giddy mood today as well, Jan. I don't know what it is. I think there's something in the air today. It was palpable. I could feel it when I came in. And do you know what? It's always on days when Jan is. I think maybe Jan is a common denominator in this situation. That's what it is. It's going to be a fun day though. There's loads of you tuning in saying hello. I would love to see today pictures of your Thanksgiving from yesterday. If you've got some, send them in to us. We decided that we didn't think green bean casserole should be a thing, Jan, yesterday.
Green bean
casserole. So essentially, green beans, cream of mushroom soup, mix it all together, bit of milk, and then you put cheese on it and you bake it in the oven.
I've tasted worse things.
Have you? Okay.
I've tasted worse things. I don't mind a bit of a vegetarian dish.
I don't mind a green bean. I just think it's so like a stew made out of cream and mushroom soup. I wasn't sure about it. Lots of you tuning in though.
Don't knock it till you've tried it.
I guess
That's
so.
my motto.
I guess so. I'll try anything twice. Thea says, hello everyone. Hi Jan and Joe. Patty's in from Michigan. Lynn saying morning. Dee's in from a very cold eastern Kentucky. Alexia says, good morning my crafty friends from Florida. Dee's also here as well. She says, good morning Jan, Joe, Crafty TV. Thank you all for all that you do for us. You're more than welcome. Send paper hugs in Ohio. Shelley is in from Michigan as well. Cheryl's in too. She says, good morning Joe and Jan. Jan, I'm so glad to see you. Can't wait to see all the fabulous things that you are going to do today. What I also need to let you know is over on the website, you've probably all had an email about this today, there is a flash sale on the Gemini machine, the Gemini Junior machine, the Gemini Midi, the Gemini Mini, and the Gemini Pro. Do you want me to take you through them? Have a look at this. If you have been thinking about a Gemini machine, 25% off on their own, which is very rare that we do these big discounts on our machines. So we have wanted to do something for Black Friday, and this is it. There is your OG Gemini, as you can see, $107.99, $149.97 Platinum members. That's an incredible price. We've got the Junior available for you as well. So maybe it's going to be your first machine. You've also got the Midi is the next one we have for you as well. I love using this machine. It's a Gemini junior size platform, but in a manual machine. $41.99 or $53.97 to get a Midi.
Crazy.
Shut the front door. We've also got the Mini available as well. Less than £18 or $27. And, oh yes, we have the Pro as well with a 25% discount. That equates to £112 or $124 you save. Plus then you're going to get, what, an extra £66 off that if you are in the UK, or an extra $72 off of that if you're in the US and you are a Platinum member. Amazing deal. We'll focus on those machines a little later as we go through the day. But Jan, where do you fancy kicking us off?
I think we're going to start off with those gorgeous slimline cut and emboss folders, Joe. So I've brought the sort of 6 that we launched most recently, but the original 3 are on the website as well. They are on there for you today. So I've got the new, sort of the newer ones that were launched more recently here. So we've got a set of 6 for you. These are about 8.5 inches in height by about 3 3/4 inches across. So nice big statement piece for the front of your cards there. And you can see when we look at the actual folder here, you can see those elements inside where we've got the metal part that's going to cut out pieces as well. So just to give you an idea, at this side you can see where it's cut and the wings are left free. So you've got those lovely little fluttering butterflies there. So this one's actually called Butterfly Delight. And then again, just to give you an idea there, just as an example, we've got one done there just with some glittering done on, just to pick out elements of it, and then done with the watercolour pens there. And then second up, we've actually got our flourishing flowers. So again, you can see that metalwork inside the folder there, cuts all the petals so that these are actually loose and will raise up out of that folder. You get
loads of dimension on these then.
Absolutely gorgeous. And again, you know, if you wanted to recut that folder and just snip the flowers out, you can layer these up. Really pretty. And again, just to give you an idea there as a sample, using your inks with them, getting them sort of nice and brightly coloured there if you wish.
Very,
so that's that
very
flourishing
vibrant.
flowers.
Channeling
Absolutely
the summer there,
beautiful.
Jan.
Yes, I think so. I'm getting ready. I'm getting fed up of this cold weather.
Oh, I'm already
Joe.
over it.
Okay, so then we've got spring blooms, so a different shape flower on this one, but this is on that gorgeous sort of flourish. And then you've got the flowers, the little flowers coming off. Again, same works, all the flower petals actually pop out of here. And you can actually cut them again, like we've just talked about, and pop those onto a card. But just look how striking that can look.
Beautiful.
So that's just had some gilding wax in the background, and then those flowers just done in the, recut and done in the red there. Really striking effect, and so different to what we've just looked at with the brighter colours. Yeah, so really, really nice dramatic effects with those. And then the next one, we've got those interlocking circles. So really sort of quite unusual on this one. So you've got elements there again that cut out of it just to give you that design. And again, using your inks and things like that. How about just mixing those inks up and you're going to get something like this. We've just put a pattern paper behind this one. I know I've seen quite a few that have had the shaker elements put behind the little apertures there. Could be photos peeking out of there, the little stamped characters. However you fancy doing it, lots of different ways. And then we've got those beautiful entwined hearts there. We're going to be using this one in the craft along this afternoon, along with one of the flower ones as well. But again, all intertwined, all those elements cut out. Decide what you might be, a piece of vellum that you want to put behind it. It might be a piece of acetate so that you've got a window behind it.
Do you know what they give you, Jan?
Pardon?
Do you know what they give you?
What?
They give you an opportunity to craft.
Of course they do, an opportunity. And just again, to give you an idea, you can see that one with the shaker pieces put behind it there. So just by putting acetate behind those apertures, it creates you that perfect space there to create your shaker cards. And then the last one, we're going to demo with this one for this morning, first half. This one's actually those interlocking squares again, very retro looking. And I've sort of gone down that line with the demo this morning. So again, you can see where the black spaces are here is where all those little pieces have cut out with the die. And again, just to give you an example of one of those ready done. Just by putting a different cardstock behind it, and then the front piece has been done, inked and splattered. And just added a few stars there. So really, really nice and easy. Focal points for your cards there.
Brilliant. It might be better for, or great, I should say, for more masculine cards as well, that last one. That's something lots of people tend to struggle with, isn't it?
Quite possibly, yes. That's a good idea, Joe.
Percent Paper Hug says, I'm excited for the craft along using these folders. I am going to be crafting along with Jan, and we've got two guests as well. I mean, it's going to be loads of us crafting along.
We've got like a class soon, won't it?
It will, it really will. Well, the headmistress of Crafters TV is in the building, so why not? And Donna's B says, at this price, I'm finally going to order the Gemini. I have the Junior and the Mini. Today is the day to treat myself. Amazing time to treat yourself whilst we have that 25% off flash sale on the Gemini machines. So make sure you're grabbing those today. Right then, Jan, first demo of the day.
Shall we have a play?
Let's.
First demo. So as I say, we're going to go with those interlocking squares. So as like I said earlier, the dimension on these are approximately 8.5 inches tall and 3 3/4 inches wide. So you can tell straight away, you know, you've got a card front there. If you want to do that slimline look, and that's the idea of these, that you've got them literally, and you can just decorate them up how you wish. So
Seem to be very popular at the moment, these sort of size and shape of cards.
I think they're making quite a comeback because they did take a back seat for a while. I think the sort of traditional DL and these slimline shapes. We got I know I got very, very involved with just making square cards and sort of like step away from it. So it's nice to see this size back. It really is. So I've taken 2 pieces of cardstock, and this is, oh, save this. I don't get this out very often because I absolutely adore it. This is our black Centura Pearl. It is lush.
Shiny.
Absolutely lush. You find that on the website. And then I've just taken a piece of our ordinary white Centura Pearl with a hint of silver. And we're going to cut this twice. So I need to do them separately. I wouldn't put both pieces in at once. So I've cut these just slightly smaller than the folder so that they fit inside there nicely, but big enough to get all that detail. So I'm just going to line them up inside there. And these behave, even with the metal work inside here, these behave like an ordinary 2D, so what we know as a traditional embossing folder. So I'm just going to bring in my 2 clear cutting plates and sandwich this in between them. So if you're using your Gemini, they will fit through the MIDI. I cut mine on the MIDI at home. This one's the junior plates. Obviously they're going to fit on your larger machine as well. So I'm just going to pass that one through and cut it, and then I'm going to do the same with the white piece as well. So let's just bring this one out and take that piece, and I want to keep all these little pieces as well. So what I'm going to try and do, and it's bound to sort of pull them all out, but we'll keep them all together. I want the actual piece of the embossed area, and I'm trying my best, not doing very well, to keep all those pieces in situ, but I'm just going to literally scooch them across because I want to come back to that afterwards. The white area in here is actually foam, so this is here to help dislodge that die, because with a die we'd normally take our pokey tool and poke the pieces out. Well, you can't do that with an embossing folder, so just by adding that little tiny bit of foam in there gives you that pressure to take the aperture pieces out. So don't try and get rid of that, don't think it's cardstock that's left in.
Don't think you'd be the first person to do that, would you?
No, I must admit, when I first saw these I thought, oh, there's something left stuck in there. Yeah, and you start sort of thinking, oh, but it is meant to stay there. So we're going to do exactly the same with the white piece of card and pass that one through the machine. And then what I'm going to do, you know me, I'm always chopping things up. So we're literally going to chop these in half.
Okey-doke.
And I'm going to use part of the black, and I'm going to insert the white pieces into it. And then we're going to use part of the white and insert the black pieces. So we've got a little bit of positive and negative. So again, I've got that second piece at the ready there. Just lift that one, and you can see how that's just coming away nicely from the folder. Turn it over and keep all the pieces together. So just make sure we've got all those out of there. One's still there.
And then a bit of a Star Wars vibe in the black and white, Jan.
It is actually, yeah, it is. I can see where you're at with that. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to leave the pieces to one side for a second. I'm going to take my large scissors. You can do this on a guillotine if you wish, but I'm literally going to go about halfway, which is right through the centre here. And I'm just going to cut, in fact, I'll cut them both together so that we get the same cut line on both of them. So I'm just going to line them up with those apertures. Make sure everything's together and just literally cut straight through the middle there and just cut them in half. And then I want to take half of one and half of the other one. Now, it doesn't really matter which way round you do it. You've actually got enough to do a second card with these, including the pieces. And then just so that I've got something, because what I want to do is reinsert these pieces into the gaps now, like so. But I want to make sure that we've got black going into the white and the white going into the black.
Fabulous.
So that I can stick them down, I've just brought a piece, and this is just photocopier paper. Just wanted something really thin that I can pop these onto. So I'm just going to take some of my wet glue there. So I've got my tacky glue decanted into the little applicator, and I'm going to stick these down. And it doesn't matter if that piece of paper remains behind here. It's only thin, but it's going to give me an anchor point to stick all those little pieces to, so that they're not just floating around. So again, just to line this one up underneath, and I've just made it slightly smaller so that once it's all done, it will disappear behind the design. And then we're going to do the same with this one. Now I'm just going to make sure, because obviously I need to cut my pieces in half as well. So I need this piece in the bottom there. So I'm going to grab a pencil and literally just mark out where I need to cut.
Patty's already got these. She says, I have these folders. I love them, and they're very easy to use.
They are. They give a great result. I'm all for something that's simple to do, but gives a really nice result. So because this one piece is going to fit in both halves, I've just cut straight through the middle again. So we'll have one piece that fits in here, and then this one's going to stick together, and then we need the top section of the black. So you with me?
Yeah.
So now that I know that that fits in, I'm going to pop that little piece in there so that we can get everything straight. So the white piece is going to go in to the bottom section there. Just stick that down. And then I can pop the same, we need to do the same with this one now. So we've got the white and the black area there. So I put the white on top for a second so that I can see it. Slot that into the gap. And again, if you want to use a ruler for this, you can pop your ruler across there. But basically just marking where that outside area's been cut and then pop them in half again. So again, I want the white section to fit in the bottom.
Now you've done this with black and white, Jan. I can imagine this would look good if you were doing it with the same cards, so maybe mirror and matte mirror, or mirror and glitter.
That would look nice, like a monochrome look. Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, because we've got those nice luxury card packs now in the collections that have got those different finishes on the card, haven't they? That's a good idea, Joe. That'd look lovely, actually. I like the idea of the satin card, and then the mirror card would come up, and you could do the same technique. But yeah, any card, so any combination, even if you like to make your inked backgrounds, you could just do a couple, ink them in different colours, and then literally just pop them together like this. So I'm just going to line up the outside there, stick that piece down, and then literally we can go ahead and stick all the pieces. Now I have got one done, because it does take a little while to just pop all the pieces back in, but you can get the idea. And I've gone with the wet glue just to give me that sort of time to wriggle it into place there. But you can see how you're getting that sort of opposite effect going on. And then we're going to need the black piece from the top there to go in the other half of that. Now you could cut this anywhere, you know, you might want to do sort of like 1/3 and 2/3. You might want to cut it down the centre vertically. Lots of different options just on this one particular technique. You might want to cut it into 3 pieces and do 3 different colours. There's lots of different ways of doing it. But you get the idea now. We're going to put all the black elements, and obviously you get the spare pieces are going to go with that set that we said was spare. So effectively you could do this twice, and then we're going to do the white elements are going to come into the bottom like so. So literally just picking out those pieces, finding out which bits are which, and then popping them back into their respective slots. So I'm not going to spend an age sticking them all down, because I've got one, as I say, that's finished, but just literally playing along with it, seeing where those pieces are, where they fit, and popping them back in there. So
great value on these folders as well,
idea.
Jan. A great saving for everyone. £29.98 is what you save, or £33.90. So essentially you're getting 2 of them for free when you get them all together. They are available individually, but much better value when you go for the collection.
It is. It's a really nice little collection. And as I say, quick cards as well. You know, I mean, I've sort of taken a little while to do the piece in here, but, you know, to just literally cut them in a colour and just pop them, you know, sort of whether you've inked your piece or cutting them out of pattern paper or textured cardstock, whatever it is you want to use, really quite a quick design. So you can see where I've got to here. I've inlaid all the pieces and then I've just matted it. I thought the black and white, the red's going to look really striking with it. So I've just matted and layered it on some of our red glitter card there, just to give it a little bit of contrast. So pop that one to one side, and then all I'm going to do is literally use this for the front of my card. So I've made the card blank a wee bit wider. You could just do that slimline size and keep it as a slimline, like when I showed you some of the samples, but I thought we'll just add an extra strip. So I've just matted and layered it and popped some red ribbon on here, and then we're literally going to pop this one, and I'm just going to flick to, whoops, undo the top, Jan, not the lid. There we go. Pop some of the Collall glue just to adhere this onto my card. And that piece of photocopier paper has just disappeared in between those 2 layers now. So don't worry about that. That was just sort of a mechanism for holding the pieces in. Okay. If you wanted to stick them down straight onto your background matting layer, you could omit that piece of paper. But I just found it was nice to sort of keep everything together. So we're going to pop that one, whoops, on the front there.
It's got a bit of a 70s high fashion vibe about it as well.
Yeah, it's, as I say, very sort of retro look, hasn't it, this one? I quite liked it. It's different. I'm always sort of for the, as you'll see later, the butterflies, the hearts, the flowers, you know. But I just thought this really appealed to me with all those interlocking pieces. It's like one of those puzzles that you see on the games. So again, all I've done then is add a sentiment. So I've just chosen a sentiment out of my stash, just simply gone for happy birthday. And we're literally going to pop that right in the middle so that I've just got a bit of this design peeking out at each side. And then the last bit, I'm just going to grab my glue gun there. I've just made a little bit of ribbon and punched a flower just to bring all that black and red and white together. And all we're going to do is pop that one along the centre there.
I love that technique to make it look like you've tied that in place.
Yeah, and it's all separate pieces of ribbon the way it's done. Yeah, it's nice and keeps it quite flat as well. So again, once we've got that together, move all those pieces and we'll turn you that one round. You can see there just one of the many, many, many ways that you can use it, but really striking with the colours.
So fabulous, really different as well, something that I'm sure lots of you are going to be recreating at home. Any questions that you've got, anything you want to ask the lovely Jan, you can get those into me, Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion if you are over on YouTube. If you want to grab these as a platinum member, $47.97 or $54.24. It is Black Friday today as well, and we are slap bang in the middle of our Black Friday event. It means that you're going to get up to 70% off, flash sales, daily deals. There's absolutely loads of reasons to shop with us all day today here on Crafters TV. I was reading, Jan, as well, reading in the news means I was reading my phone in bed this morning, going through, looking at the statistics of Black Friday, and there are a lot less deals generally this year available than there have been in previous years, apparently.
I wonder if that's because of the supply and sort of issues that people are experiencing.
Well, we are giving you more deals than ever, so don't you worry about that. We've got you covered. You don't need to go out on the high street, Jan, and find an overwhelmingly disappointing selection of deals. We've got them all here for you on Crafters TV.
Fabulous.
Talking about deals, let me share with you some of the ink pads that we've got on the show today. We've got some water reactives available for you, $23.95 or $38.16. This one here is your warm collection, as you can see. You've got Bordeaux, Honey Pot, Straw Bale, Plum Jam, Fuchsia and Pale Fig. We've also got a cool collection for you. Green Topaz, Frosty Jade, Midnight, Baby Blue, Spring Meadow and also the Parakeet in there as well. Lots of deals over on the website, as I said. Very, very busy already. I'm going to give you an opportunity already to get yourself checked out. Whilst you do that, not like, oh, check me out. I mean, like, check your cart out. Whilst you do that, here's all the details of Club Inspire.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95 and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products, with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Quiet. The neighbours.
I'm all out of Zoom. I'm so lost without you. I'm not singing.
Lisa, if you email in, don't send a picture of your air fryer. Make sure it's something creative.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us, you give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
Joy, there's not a dry eye in the studio here. Debbie's welling up, I'm welling up.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV. Create every day.
A very, very busy start to the day here on Crafters TV. It's going to be a fabulous day all day. Lots of you are chatting away with us. Seven Paper Hug says, what a great deal on those folders. Margaret says, Jan, this reminds me of the 60s Mary Quant. My sister had a dress in a similar design. What's a Mary Quant?
She was a fashion designer. I'm amazed you don't know that.
I don't know, not
Yeah.
familiar. I said to you earlier, it looked a bit Halston,
You're not old
didn't
enough,
it?
Joe. You're not old enough, bless you.
Maybe if they make a Netflix docu-series about her, then we'll be able to find out who she is.
Yeah, very much into sort of the patent leather look, with the long knee-high white boots and that kind of thing, and big belts and... yeah.
Sounds rather fabulous.
Yeah.
Ashley says, if it was in brown and orange, it reminds me of the wallpaper from programmes like George and Mildred. Yep. Another reference that's lost on me, I'm afraid.
Retro stuff, yeah.
George and Mildred?
George and Mildred was like a household sitcom, back in the probably, I would say 70s, early 80s. Yeah, quite a long time ago. And they were like a married couple that he was always in trouble and she was always right. Very stereotypical.
I'm sure lots of you can relate. Gemma Wilson says it's like an optical illusion. It really is. We're going to have a look next at something that I know are right up Jan's street, these. The metallic paint marker collection with 9 markers for you in these gorgeous metallic tones. 1917 or 2388 if you want to get these. 3 different nib widths on these too, which is awesome. These when we launched these, Jan, I thought, I bet Jan is going to have an absolute field day with these. They're right up your street, aren't they?
I love anything like this. And whereas I'm not an artist, if you asked me to sit down and sketch something, I'd struggle. But actually sort of just drawing freehand and making it up as you go along and sort of zentangling, that kind of thing, I don't mind the doodling aspect of it. And that's what we're going to have a go at this morning with these. I'm going to show you a few samples first. Look at the colours, look at the nibs, and then, as I say, I've got a little demo lined up for you. So again, these will work with pretty much anything you've got in your stash. So how about popping an aperture in there? This is just a series of dots. It's just like artwork.
Nice.
We sort of made this famous, didn't we, with the pop art back in the 80s. But yeah, series of dots there, using all 3 colours, using the different nib widths, so you're getting some sort of really fine dots and some thicker ones. But what a terrific idea, and so simple to do. And then we've just popped that onto an easel card, so that's showing all 3 colours there. It may be that you want that sort of metallic look on your sentiments. You can just see that where the gold's catching the light, and that comes up beautiful. It would, if you didn't know, you would think that was just a gold satin mirror card or something like that. But yeah, those have been cut out and then just used. And obviously the metallic pens are going to work best on a black cardstock, so you'll see black featuring quite a lot in these. But again, we've got those poinsettias there just being highlighted, and then all that lovely faux stitching around the edge, just almost, it makes it look a bit like a postage stamp, I think, that one.
Yeah, it's cute. Really that nice, very vintage, isn't it?
And then lastly, again, if you're not somebody that's keen, let me just pop that way because it's bugging me that it was the wrong way around. If you're not somebody that's sort of keen on drawing, get one of the dies out and draw around it.
Great idea.
Simple. The marker pen will wipe off there. It'll come off anything that's a non-porous surface. So yeah, just draw around something or sketch it out first, sketch it out in pencil and then go over the top. But you can see how we've got that lovely metallic sort of finish on there. That's the silver one. So 3 different colours. in that bundle for you, and in each kit you're going to get 3 pens. So how we've actually put this together, if I actually show you these on my board here, in each set you've got a 4mm nib, which is like a chisel nib. Let me just get that one out for you and show you what I mean. So you've got that real chunky chisel nib in that one. You can see it's got the flat end on there. So if you like doing sort of calligraphy style writing, that kind of thing. And then you've got a 3mm, which is more of a bullet nib, but it's the larger nib. So this one's more rounded, you can see there.
Like our sort of the standard size on our previous metallic marker.
Yes, they are, yeah. And then this one's the fine one. So this is a 0.7, which is a really fine nib on this one. So you can see there that we're going to get all those different degrees of whether it's just dots that you're doing, that dot work, or whether you want to do the line art. You can get different thicknesses, and that applies to all 3 colours. So 4mm chisel, 3mm bullet, and then that 0.7 fine nib one in each of the 3. So you're getting 9 pens all together with that beautiful metallic ink. Now when they come to you, like all our pens do, the nibs will be white. So let me just grab, I don't think this one's been, yeah. So the nibs on there, you can see that that nib's white on there. So you've got all that lush metallic ink in the barrel of the pen. So the first thing we need to do is give them a good old shake. And you can hear that mixer ball. Anything that's got sort of mica or glitter or any metallic element in there needs that little mixer ball in to agitate all the liquid inside. So give it a really good shake, and then all you're going to do is depress that nib and just hold it down for a few seconds, and it will start to release the ink. And just literally do that 2 or 3 times, and eventually you'll see that ink pop down the nib and it'll be ready to go. So I'm just going to prime this one up ready for you, and we'll get show you the different thicknesses in there. So it just needs to work its way. I can just see it coming through there now. Fantastic. Look at that camera work. I love it.
What
Look
sort
at
of
that.
things can we use these on? Like other like paint markers, Jo? Can they go on like absolutely everything?
Honestly,
like a lot of them
do you know, I'm glad you said that, Jo, because I completely bypassed these. I brought these to show you as well, along with the samples. So again, you know, this one's onto a bauble.
Nice.
So it's gone straight onto the bauble there. You can see just if you want to hand decorate. And it is, it's lovely, isn't it? It may be that you like doing that lovely pebble art.
Oh, nice.
So this has just been put straight onto the pebbles.
What is it people do? Is it geocaching people do? You know, they decorate pebbles and then hide them places.
Yes, and then they go out and hide them, and then people can so if you find them, you can take photos and then re-hide them. Again, just on a little wooden bowl there, look, just drawn straight on.
Beautiful.
So lots of different mediums as well. Thank you, Jo. I'd put them there ready to show you and then bypass them. So not just cardstock. So again, let's have a look at those nib widths. So you've got that lovely chisel nib there that gives you a really fine, get your words right, Jan, a nice thick line on there. All right, so if you're wanting to do that lovely sort of chunky, let's have a look, we'll do that downstroke's usually the thicker one there. If you like to do that writing, that we've got those sort of thick and thin strokes on. I
mean, worth buying these just for writing, I would say.
I just think, you know, even if it, excuse my poor writing there, even if it's just, you know, like, I was thinking, you know, Christmas tags and things like that. With the Christmas season coming up, it may be, you know, just writing on the tags. It may be actually doing the wrapping paper. You could decorate your own wrapping paper with them. It might be writing inside your Christmas cards with them. But again, to look now, you can do the dot technique, all right, with that round nib. But again, not quite as thick as that chisel nib there. So again, depending on how you want to do this, you can still do them with your writing.
Do they dry fairly quickly, Jan?
They do actually, yes. I was quite surprised. Obviously, it depends how much ink. I've just depressed that one again, so it's actually let quite a bit of ink out. But they do dry quite quickly on the paper. So anything that's got a porous surface, it is going to dry quite quickly. And then again, that 0.7, just look at the difference. So you've got that really nice fine line there. Let's have a look. We'll do just sort of, depending on how you want to use them, You can see the difference in those thicknesses. So we're going to encompass that into a design now. So again, if you're not into drawing freehand, then you can actually just print something off. So all I've done on mine, you can just see there on the camera, is I've used some of my circle dies to just, with pencil, just map out a few little circles on my design, and that's going to be the base of the design. So I'm going to work first of all with the gold, and I'm going to take the thin one first, keep the piece of extra cardstock. I usually like to just get them started off, make sure that all the ink's flowing, either not too fast or it is actually flowing as you want it. And then literally I'm going to go over my outline with that fine marker pen. And I'm just following that pencil line all the way, turning that artwork so that it suits your hand rather than trying to take your hand into a position that's really uncomfortable for you. So just following the line. It doesn't matter if it's not perfect. You know, people get obsessed with things having to be spot on, but if you're hand drawing something, then it doesn't need to be absolutely perfect. And then all I'm going to do freehand is add a little top on here.
These might be great if you would want to use vellum and trace over some images.
Again, if you want to print something out and then, like you said, just sort of trace through, it will work beautifully. So what I'm going to do is create the illusion that we've got a bauble. Okay, so that's going to be sort of the focal point. This one's in the front of my card, and then I'm going to take the middle one, which is the 3mm, and I just want to fill some of this area with some dots, and then I'm going to come back in with the smaller one just to pop some finer dot. And this is literally, you know, just an idea, however you want it to work. So again, take that little one and just fill in some of those areas in between.
This is super cute, Jan.
Just however you want to play with them, you know.
Kim says that Father Christmas is bringing her these this Christmas, so she's very excited to start playing with them. Gemma Wilson says, I love these metallic pens. They look stunning when used on MDF. Yeah, another great way to use them. Could we put these on things like fabric and denim, do you think, Jan? You
can, but you'd not be able to wash them. It doesn't set, so it would be decorative as a decorative element.
There's a lady near me who, there was a beautiful little art fair in one of the little halls near me the other week, and I went, and there was a lady that was doing like a hybrid, Jan, of embroidery, but also line drawings as well. So she'd sort of drawn, it was a scene of St Peter's Square in Manchester where the tram goes through, and she'd sketched it all out and then embroidered certain elements of it.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
Which really lovely. So you want to do something like that with these, then absolutely, if something decorative, you'd be able to have a go.
Just highlight certain areas. You know, it maybe bring them into your card making to just add that little metallic accent to things. You know, you saw the one that had the faux stitching. It might be a centre of a flower or something like that, you know, just to add that little bit of detail. And then I'm literally just playing nicely now. We're going to just use that 3mm one again and add some thicker lines in here. So again, just make sure that they're all working nicely. Whoops, a little bit too much there, Jan. And again, just decide how you want to design your baubles. But I love the fact that you can work with them together. So bringing that thick line and then the thin one in with it as well.
Nice.
Creates that kind of different style.
Have you got your tree up yet, Jan?
I haven't. It's going up. I have it planned. It's usually, we always sort of traditionally put it up on the first Sunday of December, which will be next weekend.
Yeah.
So I have everything sort of ready. All the stuff's all handy in the loft. We know where it is. And I am actually really looking forward to getting it put up this year. Sometimes I got a bit, especially when my girls left home and there was just me and him indoors, I sort of got a bit sort of, is it worth it just for us? And I turned into the Grinch for a couple of
Did
years.
you?
Yeah, which is not like me because I love Christmas. But then, of course, since we've got little Toby, you know, it's brought a whole new aspect to Christmas. So yeah, it's going up next weekend. I've got his little advent calendar at the ready, even
cute.
though I don't see him every day. And I've bought this lovely little plaque from one of our local stores, and it's got the countdown, so many sleeps. So it's got a wheel behind it, so that you can turn the wheel and it counts down number of sleeps. And there's a little window where you see the number, so you can turn it, and it's going to count down to the number of sleeps for Santa coming. So yeah, we've not.
Does he grasp? Has he got the concept
He's not
of it?
quite. No, we took him to have some Christmas photos done in his Christmas jumper yesterday, bless him, and he's not quite understood yet that what's going off. But I think this year he will actually be much better. Obviously, he was only a baby last year, so yeah, really looking forward to it. I think Christmas is all about the kiddies. It always has been. And even though my two are grown up, they're both still big kids at heart. So again, I'm literally just doing whatever takes your fancy. You know, you don't have to make this hard, however you want to go with it, and just do a little bit of something different on each bauble there.
I think these are so great because they're good for so many different things, aren't they? Great for writing.
Yep.
I could also see just generally doodling and have loads of fun. I know that you love things like art journaling, Jan. These would be great
Art
for that,
journaling. I have actually brought my. I've not brought my journal. I've got my Zentangle book because
perfect for
what I
that.
wanted to do, and I literally ran out of time again with the prep, was to try actually doing some Zentangle work with these pens, which I think would be lovely. So I have brought. I did bring the original book just in case we had a couple of minutes free. But yeah, again, you know, in your art journal, just adding those metallic highlights there. So again, literally just, and I can't draw a straight line, so draw a wavy one, you know.
Perfect.
So
I mean,
I'm not going to go on forever and ever and a day, but you get the idea. But then turning it into a card.
Beautiful.
You can see how I've gone there and just carried on with it, added a little bit of holly here and there, drawn some extra stars in to fill the gaps there, even handwritten a sentiment, and then I've just used some gold satin mirror card to back it, and literally, you know, you've got yourself the means of a card. It's nice to be able to just sit and unwind with the drawing aspect of it, and then you can pop them all together and make your cards out of them the next morning, something like that.
Really beautiful, and so many great things. You know, would they dry on something like an acetate, Jan? I
don't think they would on acetate. I think it needs to be porous, so they're okay. I've tried them on vellum, but I think acetate, it would just tend to sit on the top for a while, yeah.
Loads of different things you can use them on. I think great just to have around the house. If you're just going to use them for writing, they'd be fantastic. We talked about art journaling, bullet journaling. I think they look great, and they're just a really fantastic set of pens. Might be great emergency gifts as well. You know, we talk about having some emergency gifts in. Lots of you very excited about these. Lots of excitement as well over on the socials at the moment about that flash sale that we've got running on all of our Gemini machines that we have in stock. So you have got the original, the Junior, the MIDI and the Mini and the Pro, all of them with 25% off. The Gemini Go is actually sold out already on that Black Friday deal. So it shows you when we give you great discounts like this, you do need to act quickly. Here's the details of the Gemini for you. $134.99 or $187.46. That's the most popular so far. I think a lot of you upgrading maybe from manual machines or smaller machines to this. That's a £45 or $62 saving. Platinum members in the UK are going to save, what, almost an extra £27. In the US, you're going to save an extra $37-ish on top of that as well. So really fantastic. If you've been thinking about one, these kind of deals don't come along very often. Let's in fact take a moment to share with you all the details of the incredible Gemini.
This is Gemini, one of the fastest, quietest electronic die-cutting and embossing machines on the market. Its industry-leading high-pressure system delivers fantastic results from intricate dies and folders, all at the touch of a button. Its oversized opening and platforms provide for edge-to-edge cutting of US letter and A4 size with thin metal dies, allowing you to cut materials such as thin cardstock, vinyl, craft metal and fabric. No cranking needed, as it will move the plates through automatically and quickly, which means you may spend less time on preparation and more time on inspiration. The Gemini has optical switches, making it hands-free and fully automated, with a built-in auto-reverse function for protection. It's easy to use, so you're always in control. Its sleek, low-profile design makes it a superb addition to any craft workspace. It has built-in handholds, meaning you can easily take it anywhere. The Gemini is a universal die cutting and embossing machine that works with the majority of all leading brands of thin metal dies and embossing folders. All of the platforms that you need come included in the box, as well as a thick rubber embossing mat for intricate detail work on your dual-purpose cut and embossed dies. The addition of the metal cutting plate allows you to cut intricate dies in a single pass through the machine and enables you to cut multiple layers of fabric. For a perfect cut every time, you need Gemini, the electronic die cutting and embossing machine made by crafters for crafters.
So busy across all those Gemini machines at the moment. It is a flash sale, so make sure you are snapping it up today. We are going to look next at an incredible selection. If you haven't yet tried any of our metallic items, then this really is a great one for you to go for. You've got 24 markers or pens within here, which is fantastic. So you're going to get the flip markers in the Cosmic Wonder and the Natural World. You also get the outline markers, which are incredible. I think I'm going to say they might be my favourite of all of them, and you've got the rare minerals in there as well, which is our original metallic markers, which is fantastic, and a great saving on there. Again, another great one for stocking fillers, these, but just brilliant for creating fabulous things. And I think I think it's fair to say across all of our Spectrum Noir items, you don't need to be a crafter in order to use them. I think they sort of sit separately but play together nicely with the craft items that we bring you. But I think none more so than these style of markers, Jan, that really anyone can pick up and have a go at, no matter what they're using them for.
Absolutely, there's so many different ways. You know, people see a pen and think, right, if I've got a pen, I've got to write with it. But there's so many different things that you can do, as I say, even for just adding accents to things that you're already working on. It might be that you want to highlight some pattern paper. You know, you've got all those gorgeous paper pads that we leave with a unfinished sort of surface, so it's not coated cardstock. Adding just a highlights to things like that. You know, I sometimes do it with my crystal clear overlay sparkle pen, but why not use these where you've got that, particularly the flip markers where you've got that sort of interference colour running through, so that when you move the paper, you're seeing a different sort of aspect of the pen. So, you know, it might just be something like that when you're doing your card making. It may be that you do like writing and you're a journal or something like that, or if you're wanting to add journaling to scrapbook pages, titles to scrapbook pages, there's sort of a pen for every occasion. So I'm going to split it into a couple of sections, because we've got the flip markers and we've got the outline markers. So the outline markers, we've got a set of 6 pieces in there, and these are beautiful. Honestly, I got carried away when I was playing with these at home. I just couldn't stop writing with them.
I couldn't believe they're not 2 separate pens when I first saw them. I just presumed that they were, I thought it was the silver one end and then the colour on the other.
Yeah, but it's not, it's all in one, isn't it? I don't know how it works. There's obviously something in there that when you write with them, the silver becomes the centre and it pushes the colour automatically to the outside edge, which is where you get the outline marker effect from. But you can see there we've got that purple outline and the blue outline, but silver in the middle. Now, if you use them on black cardstock, you only see the silver. But if you use these on white cardstock, you can see that lovely outline going on. Again, look at how these have been incorporated. That just looks to me like embroidery. It really does. It's been very cleverly designed, that one. I love that. And again, you know, working on vellum. This is just written onto vellum and then the vellum attached onto the front of your card there.
Very clever.
Again, if you're not, a lot of people say, oh, my handwriting's horrible, I don't like it. Like Joe was saying, the idea with the vellum being translucent is you could print something off your computer, choose some different fonts, make something like this that's got all those different wordings on, and then lay it underneath and just trace it with the pens. You know, we can all have a go at that. It doesn't have to be something, you know, that you've created from scratch. There's lots of different ways around it. So that's our outline markers. And then the flip markers. We launched these earlier this month, and there are 2 sets of flip markers, and these have got like an interference colour in them. So you've got your colour palette that you can see here. We've got 2 sets. So this one's the Natural World, and then you've got Cosmic Wonder, which has got some of the more jewel tones in. But when you use them and flip them into the light, you get like an interference colour run through them. So you'll see turquoise in some of them, you'll see pink in some of them, you see gold in some of them, and I'll show you what I mean a little bit later with these. But just again, to give you some ideas. You know, this is one of the panel dies that we used in the craft along last week, but when I tip it, you know, look at it that way, it looks green. It's a green pen that we've used, but flip it into the light and look how that gold interference runs through it. Absolutely stunning. They really are, depending on how you catch them in the light. So just colouring a die cut, any of us can do that. Cut it out with the machine and colour it in. It may be on an embossing folder. So again, let the embossing folder do the work for you, and then where it's raised. But look at that gold running through there. It looks orange. It's an orange pen that we've used. It's called Sunset. But then when we flip it, you've got that beautiful, just look
amazing.
At that. They're stunning, absolutely. Same with the sentiments, colour the sentiments, the embellishments in. Again, you know, just picking out detail on the cards there. And again, you can see the colours in that, but then we flip. Some of them have got a similar colour running through it, and some of them have got those tones in there.
To me, they give the effect of like a two-way liquid glitter card, because it looks so textured, doesn't it?
It does,
on the page, but
it does
to
when
the
it's
touch,
finished.
it's totally smooth, isn't it?
But you can see, yeah, when you actually fit, there's no raised areas on it at all. But look how solid that blue is in there. Really nice design, literally just been drawn out and sectioned off on a piece of card. But when we flip that, look how turquoise it turns.
Wow.
Absolutely gorgeous. Again, you know, just making your own designs in there. So purple and blue on there, using the brush lettering stamps with them, but then flipping them back, and you can see that beautiful sheen element in there. And then the last one, you know, bringing it in with anything that you've got in your stash. So that was using that lovely mask from the Masquerade section there, just highlighting. So let's have a look at these in real life, shall we? So I'm going to do just a little bit with the outline markers to give you the idea. And then I've got a little project with the flip markers for you. So let's have a look. We'll take these. So in the outline markers, 6 pens, and these have all got a nice chunky bullet nib on them here. So you've got the 6 different colours, but each of them has got that silver running through the centre. So all I'm going to do, again, anything that's got this kind of setup, you can hear that little mixer ball in there. So literally just mix all that so that it's all nicely agitated inside. And then just watch how we get on with this. So we're literally just going to do some normal handwriting onto the white card. And you can see it almost sort of pushes the colour out to the edge. I don't know how it works. I don't know how the science behind it works.
We're not allowed to know, are we, Jan?
Pardon?
We're not allowed to know.
We're not let into those secrets now.
With these kind of secrets.
So this one's zesty yellow, all right? And then we've got the citrus green there.
Any sort of cardstocks you'd particularly opt for or avoid with these, Jan?
I tried them on the black and it showed up silver on black. I didn't get the outline aspect, so I think they will work better on lighter cardstock.
Okay.
I've tried them on vellum as well, and it worked lovely on the vellum. So again, let's have a look. But you can see how it looks silver on there. I'll tint it into the light in a second, but then it pushes that sort of green to the edge there, so you can just see silver in the middle.
Nice.
Charlotte's coming to have a look. So it's actually silver on the page there, but it's got that gorgeous green outline. It's almost as if it pushes it. And again, you know, you look at the nib and think, how on earth? I've no idea how it works. It really is magic in a pen. So that one was the citrus green. We've got azure blue. Can never get them out of the packet. So let's have a look what else we've got. I'm just literally going to pop down here and do some writing with these for you. So again, if you want to be doing Christmas tags with these, it may be that you want to add some writing, like I said, decorating paper, gift wrap with them. But again, you can see that silver writing, but it's got that lovely blue outline. You know, and I think you'd be struggling to do that with 2 different pens. I think you'd be struggling to get such a nice finish on them with 2 pens, because I'd be wobbling and I'd go over the silver bit and then I'd try and correct it and it wouldn't look right, you know. So again, you've got that lovely purple. So this one's amethyst purple. So depending on, you know, how you want to use them, what you want to write, you can just see how it's creating that edge for you.
Like all of our other metallic markers, or the ones we looked at today in this collection, will these go on multiple surfaces as well, Jan?
Pretty much, yes. They all play nicely together. Yeah, pretty much. So again, that pink one, you've got that lovely sort of silver in the centre and that lovely pink outline there. So you can just, if I tilt it into the light, can you just see how much sheen we're getting? And then that lovely sort of outline, it's so fine round the edge of it there. You've just got that
pink. The thing that blows me away as well is that, yes, it works on like in a line, but like if you colour in a solid, like a little tiny square, it still goes to the outside again.
It pushes it
That's
to the edge.
That's the bit that blows my mind.
We'll do that in a sec. So again, just the last one there, we've now got cool graphite on this one. So again, just to add that last bit in there. Yep. But what Joe was saying was, let's just pick, I like that pink one. It had to be the pink one, didn't it? What Joe was saying was, as if we actually sort of just start in the centre.
Because I thought it will never do a whole, like an infill and surely take the colour to the outside again, but it magically does.
But this is just pushing the white, you know, the bigger I go with the circle each time, it's just pushing that pink just to the outside there, look. So even though I started with a really small dot, each time I've gone round it and pushed it, it's got the silver in the middle.
It's magic.
And push the pink. Just, it is magic. I'd love to know how it works, I really would. So those are the outline sets. Now the flip markers work slightly different. As I say, these have got like an interference colour in them. So very similar to look at. Nice sort of size pen from the point of view of holding and working with them. Beautiful range of colours. And then what we've got on here, we've given you sort of a slight indication on the pen here that you're going from that green to that lighter into that sort of goldy section. So you're going to get an idea. So again, 0.9mm on there. It's quite a nice one to use. You can hear that mixer ball in them again. Anything like this has got that sort of little ball in there to agitate the liquid. And then again, you've got that lovely sort of nice nib on there. All right, so again, if I show you on the white, and again, mine are already primed. These all come to you with that white nib. So if you were watching earlier in the show when we primed that metallic marker, they all come the same. So all you'd need to do, give them a good shake, depress that nib 2 or 3 times, and it'll draw the ink down, and you'll see it come into the nib and colour it up. But again, ooh, look how lush. Absolutely gorgeous. Now this is proper bright lime green now in front of me. I can see that on the cardstock, on the white.
I must say, you make a great point there. They are amazing. They look amazing on screen. They look so much more amazing when you get them home in person. I don't know what it is about them, Jan, but the iridescence and the shine and that sort of switching of the colours, yes, it looks great there, but you wait till you get them home, you're going to be blown away. Loads of people that have already got them have said exactly that.
Yeah, so it went on lime green. And then you've got this gorgeous, when you flip it, you've got that gorgeous turquoise interference colour in there.
It just looks like glitter card to me.
It does. Really does. It does look like glitter, and it looks like glitter that's in the pens, but it's not.
Yeah.
So again, let's have a look. We'll look at a completely different colour. This one's called Reef. This is the blue. And again, just give it a shake and get it going again. But look how nice, you know, you've got a real nice sort of French blue there.
Nice.
But then as it dries and we flip it into the light again, you can see again we've got that lovely teal shade in there. Yeah?
They're like almost like mother of pearl, aren't they? Sort of like the inside of an oyster shell or something like that.
Like you said, Joe, it almost looks textured as well, but it's not. They're completely flat. So again, let's just have a look at that other set, because we've got that lovely jewel set as well. And this one, I thought, oh, a brown one. That's an unusual shade to put in a pack. And it's called Eclipse. And it's got a brown lid on it, but...
So, are these an ink then, or a paint, these, Jan?
These are ink.
So
these are actually ink, yeah. They're not paint in there, they are ink. All right. But again, this one goes on that brown colour, but just wait while you see the interference in it, honestly. It's like a... you can see it, I can see it going here right in front of my eyes. It's actually a good match for my top, this one. It's got that lovely sort of wine burgundy colour in it. So again, when we pop it into the light, it looks brown there, but just wait while we flip. Look at the colour in that.
Look at that.
They're stunning, aren't they?
Really
very
gorgeous.
Cleverly done. The guys at Spectrum Noir have got some top secrets going on there. Honestly, I don't know how they all work, but they are beautiful to work with. So again, because we'd got those cut and emboss folders on the show, I've actually used one of these for my sample. And what I'm going to do, again, I've sort of done a little bit of the work first, to show you the idea. And I've done similar to what we did. If you were watching at the top of the show, I've cut it out in white card and I've just stuck it all to a piece of copier paper, very similar to what we did with that one at the top of the show. And then all the pieces that we'd got left, if I just use my piece of scrap card here, I've started colouring some of them so that it didn't take too long on the show. But I wanted to do like a rainbow effect with all the colours and pop them back in the places here. So we've literally got, I did some of the bigger pieces so that we could get cracking. So again, I've got the other shapes here, so let's just have a little look. We're going to go in with that lovely orange, which is, they've got lovely names as well then. The yellow one's Moonlight.
Well, Mariah thought the one was called Beef. It's not, it's called Reef. She worked out, not
Reef.
Beef. So now says, are these new pens? They are, they actually launched last week.
Yes.
This is when we launched them. So yeah, it's absolutely do grab them. And Mary says, I absolutely love my outline markers. So if these are in ink then, Jan, like our original metallic markers, can we like put them on our mat and pick them up and paint with them and stuff like that and do all those kind of techniques with these?
If you can join us at 7 o'clock tonight for Colour Me Happy, I'm actually going to do sort of a background technique with
lovely.
these. Because they're all in a water-based substrate, so they're all sort of suspended in that water-based sort of liquid, for want of a better word, you can do the watercolour technique.
Oh,
so you can I'm going to use them on my craft mat and pick them up to make a background.
Oh, lovely.
Now you do lose a little bit of the interference, but I'm going to show you how, honestly, it works beautifully, because where the ink pools, if you get your heat tool on it and dry it, you'll get those lovely sort of outlines that have got this iridescence, this sort of interference, and then you'll get areas that are the colour. So it works really well. So yeah, I'm going to do that later on, as I say, in that Colour Me Happy show, and have a play with them, because I thought, well, what else can we do? You know, because like, you know, we think a pen's a pen. Yes, you can colour it in, Jan. What else are you going to do with it? But I like to think, you know, how can you extend these products? So yes, it will all play nicely, and you can use it to colour other things as well. You know, you might want to use it in some white gesso to make like a coloured paint to run through a stencil, something like that, and you're going to get that gorgeous iridescent element then running through your texture paste. So some of it will pick up that plain colour, some of it will pick up that highlighted interference colour, and again you'll get people thinking, how on earth, what have they used, you know, how on earth have they got that into there? So again, I've just got one more piece left, which is this one here, and we're going to use that gorgeous, I love this, marine, this one, and it's a proper like a tealy aqua colour. And again, the interference on it just goes turquoise. So that colour goes down, and you can see there, almost verging on a jade green rather than the teal. But once we've cut, and all I'm doing is literally just pressing that to get the ink flow nicely, and literally just colouring over the top of those pieces. You know, anybody can have a go at that.
Paper Hug says, I love these pens, just received them on Wednesday. They are brilliant. Yeah, lots of you got them last, I know I ordered them last week when we launched them.
Yeah.
Now receiving them. If you've got things you've made with them, we'd love to see them later in our Colour Me Happy show. We'd also love to see all your Thanksgiving photos from yesterday, wouldn't we, Jan?
We would.
We'd love to know what was on the table, who was around it, what did you all get up to. Send us any pictures you like to our studio at craftscompanion.co.uk, studio at craftscompanion.co.uk. Right, outline markers.
So
we've got a scientific response from Cherie, who says it works through surface tension. Similar to mercury, which is a high surface tension and will always form a round ball. These are on porous surface, meaning that the ink can only go to the outside.
There we go. So that's the science behind it. So it's almost like alchemy, isn't it? Ooh, right. Surface tension.
That is the surface tension is the lyrics in a fairly recent Step song, and I always wondered what surface tension was.
There you go. I say every day's a school day, isn't it?
That's the dance moves for said song, Jan. There. It's called "What the Future Holds" a song. There we go.
So again, I'm just literally popping those pieces back into that design like we did earlier. And just look at that one that went down that sort of, we always said it looked like a sort of tealy colour, jade green, but look at that colour in it on the flip. It's gone like completely turquoise in there, but when I turn it back towards me, I can still see that teal colour underneath it. Absolutely beautiful.
Really,
and I mean,
really
again, skimming the surface, this is just one way of actually working with them. If you have a look back to that launch show, I think it was our Debs that launched them, and you know, she'll have got some different ideas on that one for you. And again, as I say, I'm going to use them differently later on, if you can join us for that Colour Me Happy show later. So again, literally just pop them back in there to create the design back to its sort of original finish. And then literally, once you make that into a card, I'm going to bring in the one, I've recut the embossing folder in just a little piece of silver satin mirror card. Awesome. And overlaid that over the top. And again, you can see now, it looks like metal, the mirror card, but we've got those gorgeous pops of colour on the inside. And again, you know, writing your own sentiments. And I can see, I don't know whether we can get it on the camera, Charlotte, where I've started and finished the writing, I can see that sort of like little iridescent element where the pens started writing. There, look fantastic. Can you just see how it's got bits of it, where I've sort of started the letters and finished it, and it's got those gorgeous sort of elements of
It definitely
sparkle.
looks like it's sat proud of the page, though.
It does,
which
doesn't
it
it?
isn't.
Very textured,
strange.
completely flat.
Completely flat.
Yeah?
But it looks like, that almost looks like you could have done little die cuts of glitter cards, that one on the front.
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible.
So just to show you that one finished off there, again, you know, just keeping it in that slimline sort of version of the folder, let the folder do the work. But again, looks like an ink palette, doesn't it, with all the colours on?
Really glorious. Absolutely gorgeous, love those. Lauren's got a question for you about the Gemini Go, Jan, if you wouldn't mind answering it. She says, what is the sandwich combination for the purple cutting plate and the clear cutting plate? Does the die cut into the purple plate? So I guess you want to know what that purple plate is for.
In the Gemini Go, the purple plate, let me have a think. It's a while since I've used my my Go. I don't know whether we've got the plates for it under there.
Whilst you just have a look for those, I just want to give you a heads up again on all of those incredible Gemini deals that we've got across on the website. 25% off of all the Gemini machines that we have in stock at the moment. It's a blanket 25% discount, which is fantastic. And I'll give you all the features on this in a second. But here's the deal for you: $336.75, $374.96. That's a saving of £112 or $124. It is a flash sale. You're going to need to be quick. Make sure you're grabbing those today. Have you found your plates, Jan?
I have found my plates, and I'm sort of, it's so long since I've used my Gemini Go. Because we've got two clear cutting plates. We've got a magnetic and a frosted shim. So that's going to be our die cutting combination. Then we've got the ability to sort of use it with a 2D folder with just the 2D plates. I'm wondering, and I need to find an answer for you, a definitive answer, because it's the same thickness as one of the clear plates there. So whether it's to do with embossing, and I'll be honest, I don't know the answer.
Okay.
It's that long since I've used my Gemini Go. What I will do is see if I can find out in the break, and I'll pop the answer on my social media either later on today or tomorrow for you. What was that lady's name, Joe?
It was Lauren Miller.
Lauren, right. So leave it with me, and as I say, if we can't answer it here, I'll find somebody that can, all right, and I'll pop it either, as I say, either later on today or tomorrow. I'll see what I can find out for you. And as I say, I did wonder if it was to do with embossing, but it's exactly the same thickness as the clear one. So my apologies, I should know what it's for. But as I say, it's a while since I've had my Go out. I tend to go with the MIDI and the Mini. So yes, let me look into it.
We will investigate is the answer to that question then, Lauren. Any other questions you've got, you can always get them into me, Crafters TV, on Facebook, Crafters Companion if you're over on YouTube. And I just talked about that incredible deal there on the Pro. $269 or $299 to get that as a Platinum member. Amazing, amazing value. Let's share with you all the incredible details actually of that Gemini Pro.
Supersize your die cutting and embossing potential with the Gemini Pro. With a huge 12x12 cutting platform as standard, this machine is perfect, not only for larger projects and batch making, but also for cutting all elements, mats and layers for your smaller projects in one pass too. The machine is capable of cutting through all sorts of materials, including card, craft metal, leather, wood, felt, and multiple layers of fabric. The power, pressure and performance that you've come to expect from the Gemini family of electronic die cutting machines has been enhanced to the next level. It's been engineered for superb edge-to-edge cutting of up to 12 by 18 size materials with perfect results every time. In the box, along with your Gemini Pro machine, you'll receive 2 clear cutting plates, a rubber embossing mat, a magnetic shim, plastic shim and metal shim, all 12 by 12, power cord, plus of course your comprehensive instruction booklet that will guide you through the plate combinations you need for your different dies and embossing folders. Larger 12 by 18 plates are also available separately to boost your creativity even further. So, whether you're a card maker, scrapbooker, create paper or fabric embellishments, table decorations, wedding stationery or keepsake gifts, to name but a few, this machine will revolutionise your crafting experience.
And lots of you taking advantage of that amazing 25% flash sale across all the Gemini machines, which is amazing. So make sure you stock up on those. Right, we're going to go back to the amazing Slimline Cut and Emboss folder collection with 6 elements for you. Buy 4, get 2 free in this configuration, which is awesome considering it's a really recent launch as well. So make sure you are grabbing hold of this. Lots you can do with these as well, Jan. They make the great bases, don't they? Whether you're going inky, pattern papers, you're going to use your gilding waxes, maybe even those metallic items would work beautifully with these.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, as I say, they're sort of a base. That's a good way of using them, Joe. It's a base for sort of adding whatever it is. It may be a piece of pattern paper that you want to cut into. It might be that you like inking, so you like, you know, all those backgrounds we like to make, die cut those into it.
Nice.
It might be that you use sort of, you know, sort of luxury cardstock, maybe glitter card, that will cut and emboss. It may be sort of mirror card, they look stunning in the mirror card. However you want to incorporate them, you've got that ability to make gorgeous designs just by using the folder and whatever medium you choose to add some colour. And again, the fact that they've got those apertures in, pop the glitter card behind, you can just see we put a silver glitter card behind there, and all those little butterfly wings pop out just to raise up on that one. Really, really pretty. But again, the fact that it's cut and it will lay flat, you've got something that's reasonably flat from the point of view of you posting out. So again, really sort of impact stuff, but nice and flat for you to handle. So that was the butterfly ones there. We've got those gorgeous flourishing flowers on that one. So these have been cut into the blue cardstock at the back, and then just using some extra pieces, and you don't necessarily have to emboss the whole thing again. Just lay your scraps of card and stick them over the flowers, and then by repeat cutting, we've created this gorgeous full design. Just added some pearls in there, really, really stunning. Again, that's that circle one there. I think we've had a bit of a ribbon issue going off on that one, but I'll sort that out. But again, use those ink backgrounds, and again, by popping acetate behind there, you've got that shaker element, so you can create those spaces for the shaker pieces, whatever they may be. Again, simply just put some pattern paper behind it. I think that's really, really pretty. We've just used some of the pens to highlight certain areas, that lovely ombre effect with the inks down to that sort of ink at the bottom, and then a nice piece of pattern paper behind, simple as. Again, that's the square that we've just demoed at the top of the show. Just popped acetate in there. Again, the shaker elements have been really popular with these because you've got those ready cut apertures. And then I showed you this one earlier. I just love this. I brought this one back in again. That's that other flower one. Again, black cardstock, gilding wax in the background, picked out the areas with the metallic pens, and then just die cut those flowers again in a second colour. That really striking image there with the spring blooms on that one. So yeah, a really nice way of making a wow factor card, but you're literally passing it through your machine, and then whatever colouring medium, whether that be, like I say, inks, or whether it's papers, or however you want to design them. A few gems on there, bit of ribbon on there, job's a good one. They are stunning.
Brilliant. They really are fantastic. $59.96 or $67.80 if you want to get your hands on that. That's a saving of almost £30, over $33, which is wonderful. Should we do a demo of the show, Jan? Remember, there's loads coming up as well. Brilliant craft along coming up a little later, 3 p.m. in the UK, 10 a.m. East Coast, and then that amazing Colour Me Happy as well. That's going to be coming your way later today, 7 p.m. in the UK, 2 p.m. over on the East Coast. With lots of questions coming in about that bow on this card and how you achieved that, Jan.
This one?
Yes.
The bow? I don't think I've actually got any ribbon with me, but really, really simple. All I did for this part here was take a length of ribbon and fold it back on itself so that you've got a loop,
right,
and then lay it flat. So you've literally got one loop here that's just laid flat.
Right.
And then this is a separate piece that I've done the same with again. So I took a slightly smaller length, slightly shorter length of ribbon, rolled it over to meet at the back. I've used a glue dot to stick it together at the back and then lay it flat. And then underneath the flower here, there's a little bit of ribbon that I've wrapped around the two to secure it, all done with glue dots to keep it in place. And then literally just added my embellishment on the front. So it's like a faux bow. It's not real. It's not big. A faux bow, yes. So yeah, that's how it went together. I just wanted something flat. I didn't think a big flouncy sort of ribbon would go with that retro style, so I just wanted to keep it flat there. But yeah, really simple to do. So that was number one. Awesome. We did at the top of the show with those squares there for the cut and emboss folders. And then number two, we had to go with the paint markers there, the metallic markers. Absolutely gorgeous with the, just literally, you know, drawing a design, having a play, really. I do
like that one.
And then lastly, we went to those flip markers where we did that sort of drop colour in there with the, you can see that colour palette there, but then when we flip it into the light, you've got all that beautiful iridescence and that interference colour running through the markers there. So that was number three. Okie dokies.
Fabulous. Get voting then. Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion if you're over on YouTube. I'm going to give you an opportunity to get your votes in. Don't forget to check out your baskets whilst you do all of that. Here is Club Inspire.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Had to make some changes to our shipping charges and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95 and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Quiet. The neighbours.
I'm all out of Zoom. I'm so lost without you. I'm not singing. I'm not singing.
Lisa, if you email in, don't send a picture of your air fryer. Make sure it's something creative.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us. You give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
Joy, there's not a dry eye in the studio here. Debbie's welling up, I'm welling up.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV. Create every day.
Oh, the tension's palpable. Still haven't got the result. It's not in yet. They may be recounting on certain social medias. Don't forget as well about that amazing Black Friday daily deal. We're launching one every single day all the way through our Black Friday event. Yesterday's is still available as well for you, which is it was a foil press. It's UK only, $99.99, and then you got £130 worth of freebies with it as well. So if you missed that yesterday, it was a very busy day for a lot of you. Go and have a look at yesterday's. Today's brand new launch though is this one here. Now the saving on this, I mean, unbelievable. If you've always fancied investing in our classic marker system, then today really is a day, because you are saving £198 in the UK, or $293 in the US. A fantastic deal. Head over to the website to see all of the content. There's 192 markers within there, which is awesome. And if you love your alcohol colouring, you're going to absolutely love using those. One of the most popular colouring mediums that we bring to you, which is fantastic. That's a great deal, Jan, isn't
Honestly, I know we've always had sort of like taster deals on, and we say, people can try before they buy kind of thing. But this is the sort of the big daddy, isn't it? It's like if you've tried them and you've decided you want to invest in that system, this has got to be one of the best prices that I've ever seen that collection at. So yeah, get in there, get your collection. You've got all those colours to work with then. What a fabulous Christmas present, either to yourself or, if you've got a friend, whatever, or a hubby buying it you. Drop a few hints, get in there. Absolutely stunning.
But also,
I
like to think if you were getting, like if you're saying, I would always as a kid be now around this time of year, a month to go, would always say, why don't you buy that for me? And then I'll have that as my Christmas present, knowing full well that. And then Mum would say, okay, I'll get it, but I'll pack it away. Knowing full well it would not, A, it wouldn't be packed away, and B, by the time Christmas came round, I'd be able to guilt them into getting me another full Christmas present as well. We're in that territory, guys. I'd say you've only got about another week of that territory. Once we're into December, it's harder to get away with that.
Yeah.
So definitely give that a go. I need to have a word with you as well and say, you've let me down, I'm afraid, on the Thanksgiving pictures front. We've only had one Thanksgiving picture. Let's say maybe everyone is still asleep. Maybe that's what it is. This is Sharon's dinner. I'm seeing broccoli. Is that sweet potato with marshmallow on it? Stuffing, mashed potato there as well, some turkey, bit of gravy. Oh, I'd give that a go, wouldn't you, Jan?
It's making me feel hungry, Joe. Honestly, that looks stunning, doesn't it?
It really, really
I must admit, the little marshmallows look like a face looking at me, though.
Do they?
Yeah, they look like a little face.
Where's the... I can't work it
it's
out.
on its side. Yeah? No?
I'm not seeing it. We'll have a look at it in the break and see if we can. You can point out the bits and bobs for me. Demo of the show is demo number 2. Jan.
Number 2. So that was the metallic markers, wasn't it? Yeah. So there we go with the baubles there, just with those 3 colour marker pens. Thank you, guys.
Fabulous.
So a bit more of that later to come as well.
Amazing. And we've got loads coming up, Jan, haven't we, today?
Honestly, we have, yeah. We're going to be back at 3 p.m. So this afternoon here in the UK, we've got our craft along, and we're going to be using those gorgeous cut and emboss folders that we've previewed for you this morning. Going to be making what's called a pinwheel tower. And not only am I going to be crafting, we're going to have some guests on, and we're going to get our Joe crafting as well. So we're getting him there as well. So yeah, we're going to get organised for that in the break. So that's 3 o'clock here in the UK. Just remind remind me of the times again, guys.
10 a.m. on the East Coast, 7 a.m. on the West Coast.
Thank you, Joe. All right, I've still not memorised these. It's going to be my test before the end of the year. Honestly, for some reason, it's just not sticking in there. And then 7 p.m. this evening here in the UK. Go on, Joe.
2 p.m. on the East Coast, 11 a.m. on the West Coast.
There you go. Everybody needs a Joe in their life, don't they? Yeah, 7 p.m.
It has benefits, but it does come with its drawbacks as well, Jan, I won't lie.
So colour me happy, and we've got everything metallic. I have got metallic ink pads, I've got metallic markers, I've got metallic paints, I've got metallic everything, inks, you name it, and we're going to go down that route, show you as many different, lot of techniques in there rather than finished demos in that one, to try and cram as much in there for you as I can, and again some fabulous bargains on those metallic items for you. So 7 p.m. here in the UK. 2
p.m. on the East Coast, 11 a.m. on the West Coast.
See, that's it. Everybody needs a Joe. So yeah, I hope you can join us later on the day. It's been fabulous to actually have everybody with us, and thank you for the I would have been struggling, I think, to choose between those.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I really would.
I thought number one was going to be the winner,
yeah.
If I'm being completely honest. Also, don't forget about all the Black Friday stuff that's happening over on the website. There's loads of incredible multi-buys over there for you. Lots of great savings, up to 70% off selected items. Daily deals as well. There is absolutely loads of great things and loads of great products throughout the shows and taking you into the weekend as well. I'm here with you all day today, and also tomorrow I'm here with you, and then I am out of here. Ben will be with you wrapping up the week in style on Sunday. Right, we're going to go grab some lunch, have a bit of a cup of tea, get ourselves ready for that amazing craft along. So we will see you back here in 90 minutes time. Head over to our social media, see all the things that you need for that craft along, and we can all make something fabulous together. We'll see you then.